Mabuhay everyone, Marches here and welcome to the channel. Welcome to Tokyo. It's actually my last day here in Tokyo, Japan, and fortunately I passed by ABC Mart around my area here in Sunset City in Ikebukuro, and I saw this pair, the PG4s, and they were about to close, and I just asked the guy to give me a size 11, but unfortunately the biggest size that they have here in Japan is US 10 and a half, and I just have to cop this pair in order to give you a review, and I hope that it won't hurt my feet when I play with them, but so far it fits me right on the tip of my sneaker, so crossing my fingers that it won't hurt or give me any discomfort, and I hope that the materials will loosen up. And speaking of materials, let's talk about the upper. It has this mesh net upper type. It's dual layered upper, and on the middle part of the sneaker is this other texture of netting, and it looks more of a web. It has bigger holes compared to the ones in the lateral side, and on the lateral side there's a fuse area around the mid part of the sneaker where it will give you maximum support laterally when you're moving sidewards or doing a side step. And going up, of course, you know the design, it has a zipper from the top up to the forefoot area, and inside the sneaker is a full length bootie. It has a very neoprene like material, especially on the upper part, or the heel part rather, of the sneaker, while going to the toe area it is a little bit thinner around the toe area. And as for the ankle padding and heel protection, the ankle protection heel lockdown seems to be pretty good like the other PGs. I hope it performs the same way. And on the heel part there is this synthetic leather. It gives you another touch, a different texture to the sneaker. And there's an internal heel TPU counter and heel tab and thong tab, because I don't know if it's just really snug for me, the 10 and a half, because I usually go US 11 for the PGs, past two from the PG 1s, 2 and 3s. I always went US 11, but with this one 10 and a half. And I just hope that this loosens up, and because the neoprene material is really thick, so it's kind of hard to put your foot in. I have to really loosen up the laces and really pull the neoprene around the ankle area to put my foot in. Hopefully it breaks in over time when I use it and play with them. And in the inside of the net, the webbing, you will see the lacing system. It's kind of similar to the Dame 6, and instead of fly wire, it's this straps, if you would call that. You can see it in the middle part of the sneaker, and on the lateral part it's the same, but it's covered up with this mesh material, and you just have to tighten it inside to give you that lockdown feel. And actually I think the upper layer is just for aesthetics, and the main support will come from the inside layer of the sneaker, and this one is just for aesthetic purposes, or it will rather give you a cleaner look of the sneaker, so that the straps won't, or the, what do you call this, the support, or the, instead of what I forgot what the straps that's holding the laces up will not show. So it's just covering, the upper layer is covering that material. And let's go to the cushion of the sneaker. Of course, this is the main highlight of the PG4s. Instead of a 4-foot zoom unit in the PG3s, they went full length zoom, or rather sorry, full length air on the PG4s. And it is Strobo Air, which is like the ones in the KD12s. Instead of zoom, they use air on the PG4s, and it is full length. It's up to the tip of your toes, which is really nice. And I removed this actually, if you can see it from the inside. It's from end to end, and when I wear it in store, if you want impact protection, this is a must buy for you. And there's a bounciness feel to it, but it's not as bouncy as Zoom, but it is still bouncy, and impact protection on a full length Air is really nice. Very similar to the Concords, if you like the Concords or the Jordan 11 rather. It has a full length Air, and this one is strobo. It doesn't have a strobo foam or a strobo board that's between the insole and the full length Air, so you can really feel the air beneath your foot, and it feels really comfy. And the carrier, the foam carrier of the PG4s is, I think, the new ejected phylon that they have been using for the last model rather, and once in the Why Not 0.2. It is really plush, so it gives you that mushy feel, so you can really feel that full length Air below your foot. So I'm guessing the cushion setup of this one looks very promising, and you're very close to the ground but still giving you that maximum impact protection in the forefoot and the heel, and giving you a little bounce in the entire foot. And now let's move on to the traction of the PG4s. It has the same circular pattern traction, but this one is a little bit more it's not that deep compared to the PG3s, and it has this extra traction design, those lines, those equal sign designs. So I hope that the traction will perform as good as the PG3s. For me, the PG3s is on top of the tractions of 2019, so I just hope it performs the same with the PG4s. And it has two densities, the solid and the translucent outsole, two different materials. And on the middle part of the traction, it goes up just a little bit, but not the entire middle part, the forefoot, unlike the Kyrie's. But I'm sure it will give you extra traction in the middle part of the sneaker. And then crossing my finger that it's the same traction that we can find like the PG3s, right? And here there's a little window where you can press the full length Air and set full length Nike Air around the window. And there is a little curvature around the forefoot area, and it is just about in the position of the joints that's connecting your toes and your foot, so giving you a little bit of bending around that area. It's concave, as you can see here, so there's more bend and more give around the forefoot area, which will give you a more or a nicer feel or a nicer heel to toe transition, especially when you're running. And for the looks of the PG4s, I'm not into it that much right now, but I do know that Nike will give dope colorways for the PG4s, and they can do different designs on the upper. That's what I'm thinking that they'll be doing, like different graffiti designs, and they can do different textures on the upper layer of the PG4s. And this is just the general release one. There's a swoosh on the lateral part and a small swoosh on the middle part, and I think they'll be getting creative with the upper layer of the PG4s. And it kind of looks like poor man's Adapt BB. This is my first impression in it. It doesn't have auto laces but a manual lace or in a manual zipper. See, looks like the Adapt BB. And as for sizing, I think I would recommend regular footer go true to your size, and wide footers go half a size up. Like all other PGs, it's a little bit narrow. It's a little bit narrow on the upper, so watch out for that. And I just hope that I'm good with this 10.5 US 10.5, and I'll give you an update as soon as I go back. I think I'll be playing the next day for a run, a basketball run, and I'll give you an update on the PG4s. Right, so this has been Mark Chess once again. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.